Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your serve was cranking today. I mean, probably best have been. You mentioned on court, you've been getting better. Let's talk a little bit about your service game and also just your general approach coming into the match against Jim.
Well, I knew I'd had to play, definitely my best tennis this week. I have a lot of respect for Jim on and off the court, and he's been playing some great tennis this week, hitting the ball really well. What I was extremely pleased about, my first serve was great. I served well, but the second serve I felt was the best I've served this week by far. My second serve was great. I think it was just one double fault, one or two, but he was kicking up high. I knew he's going to be, coming in and taking the ball early on the second serve, so I knew it had to be good, and it was. And he was biting off the court, and that's what got me out of trouble today, definitely. And I think Jim, he had his opportunities at 15-40. He played a great point at that 15-40 point and missed the volley, and then I ended up going for it and made it on the second serve, and then all of a sudden the match had switched momentum, and I think he was just a little tired there in the second set. He's had a great, it's been a long week for him and a great week.
Your ground strokes, you said, were very strong, and obviously your serve was very powerful. You talked about how your knee, your body responded. Can you play any better this as you're playing right now? Do you feel that your game is starting to reach a particular really competitive level?
Well, see, as my body gets stronger and I move better, I'm gonna play better tennis naturally. To be quite honest, I don't train that much on the court. I hit a week before coming here, like 3 days before coming here, and I don't hit too much, to be honest, because don't get me wrong, not that it's important, it's very important, but for me, if I'm not healthy and I can't get to the ball, it doesn't matter how good I'm hitting the ball. But I know that if I'm moving well, I'm going to be hitting the ball well. And the serve is automatic for me. I've been working at it since I was a kid for hours and hours and hitting thousands and thousands of serves. And so I have that rhythm that I'll never lose. But if I stay healthy, I end up playing great tennis. And I stayed healthy this week and I felt good. I feel physically good. Physically, I feel good. The funny thing is, my last 3 surgeries have been in my right knee, and my right leg's gotten so much stronger than my left, so I'm having a little bit of,
Is your right leg stronger than your left?
Well, yeah, because that's what I've been focusing on, because that's my last 3 surgeries have been in my right knee. So I kind of focus a little bit more on that, so now it's kind of stronger than my left, so my left leg, my knee's a little swollen this week. But I need to strengthen that too and just even it up. But I'm very happy. I'm feeling good.
So how long has it been since your last surgery on your knees? You had multiple surgeries. The last one.
The start, I think it was like March.
This year?
Probably no, last year.
Okay.
Last year. Yeah.
So you hitting the ball with Roddick, I understand?
Roddick came to San Diego, which is where I live. He ended up, his coach is Larry Stefanki, who lives 5-10 minutes from me. So he came in and hit at La Jolla Beach and Racket Club. And yeah, I was down there and hit with him while he was down there. And it was a hell of a week. It was fun.
When was that?
Probably 3 weeks ago. Maybe like a month ago, actually. Maybe a month ago.
Before you went out to Shanghai?
Exactly. 2 weeks before he went out to Shanghai, yeah.
It's kind of on his way there.
Exactly, yes.
And this is part of kind of as you look toward getting back to the
ATP. That's my goal. I'd love to. The only reason is because I think as time's gone by, the last year and a half, playing on the tour, on the Championship Series tour, I've had so much fun, and I just found the love for the sport that I'd lost for many years, and I just fell in love with the sport again, and it's all got to do with this tour. It's all got to do with the guys that are playing on this tour. Everyone's is a champion, everyone's a gentleman, and there's no politics. We come out here, we play tennis, we go to dinners, we do Kids Day, and everything's, meet the sponsors. It's just great. It's just, I feel like how it should be, and I just lost that, kind of lost that my way, and then that love a long time ago, and so since I've gotten that back, my body's gotten stronger. Obviously, thoughts in my mind have been going to, if I'm getting strong enough and, feel like, not like I'm hitting the ball any softer, I feel like I can hit the ball just as hard as the guys on the tour and serve just as hard. And if I need to get a lot stronger though, and then my thinking is why not give it another go. If I'm having this much fun, why not? So that's where I'm at.
Do you kind of feel that maybe your main draw career was interrupted, obviously, with your injuries in your knee? You kind of feel like unfinished business, maybe? Is that really what's fueling your desire to come back?
No, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to prove to myself or anyone else. I just want to get back out there just to see, just because I love it and I feel like I could go out there and just do some damage, and enjoy myself. That's the only reason. My thinking is I just wake up and I worry about that day and whatever it is, whether it's going to the gym, going for a surf, getting on the court, going to yoga, whatever it is. It's just doing it to my max and making sure I'm loving it. And I might play a couple of events next year and I just might get sick of the traveling and I might not be having fun. And if that's the case, I won't play. One thing I promise myself is I'll only do things that I'm passionate about and that I enjoy. And if I'm not enjoying or loving something, then I'm just not going to do it.
If that still being your goal to get back to the ATP Tour, if everything went perfectly on your timetable, when would you like to play?
I don't have a date set at all. There's no date set. It'll be sometime next year. I have gotten stronger. I definitely need to get stronger. And I've got to, it's been a long journey. It's been a fun journey, and I'm still on this journey, and I've got a long way to go. But I haven't set myself a date. It's sometime next year. I'd like to.
So it would make sense to maybe start out with clay or some softer surfaces so that it doesn't hurt you to use much, or grass.
Yeah,
grass is quite better for your game because your pace and everything.
Yeah, definitely. It's tough. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, I'm feeling good. Let's look at the calendar. Okay, there's an event here, or there's a challenger over here. Every week there's a tournament in America. That's the great thing about it. And
So you'd start doing the challenges and you would just try to get wild cards from.
Oh, I'd definitely love to play some challenges to start, or or wild cards. If I feel like I'm strong enough, then absolutely. So yeah, whatever. Like I said, just depending on how I feel and how I'm going.
How about Davis Cup?
I'm not thinking about that stuff at all, to be honest. That's so far ahead. It's not even worth me wasting time thinking about. All I'm thinking about is having energy to think about today and what I'm doing today. So right now it's talking to you guys, and after that it's icing my knees.
What was your strategy coming into the match today? Obviously, you went serve well, as far as particularly on your ground strokes and on your return game. Talk us through what was your plan of attack?
Well, Jim's a different player because Jim's, he dictates points. It's how he plays as well. So I knew that I'd have to be aggressive the way I played, especially against Jim, because watching his matches, I feel like he's hitting the ball better and better each match he's played. So today I knew it was important to serve well because he would be taking advantage of that second serve and dictating the point with his forehand, which he was doing at the start. To be quite honest, I believe he was a better player in the first set, until that 15-40 point, and I was fortunate enough to turn it around, and then it was a different story. But I just knew I had to serve well, and the serve sets up the whole point for me. The serve would set up the forehand and then sets up the whole point after that.